Against all odds, the world has delivered in the fight against AIDS. That's according to a new report released by the UN, which says the goal of placing 15 million people on life-saving HIV treatment by 2015 has been met 9 months ahead of schedule.
This report, How AIDS Changed Everything, looks at the remarkable achievements that have been made over the past 15 years and the incredible impact that the response has had on the MDGs, the Millennium Development Goals.
With more people gaining access to critical treatment, the report says nearly 8 million AIDS-related deaths have been averted since 2000.
Around 73% of all pregnant women living with HIV had access to antiretroviral medicines in 2014. And so this provision of antiretroviral medicines together with other approaches has made for a very strong decline in the number of new infections with HIV among babies.
However, despite the good news, much more remains to be done. The report cites a treatment gap of 22 million people out of the 36.9 million who live with HIV today. New infection rates also remain too high. Libya is now one step closer to peace. Meeting in Morocco last weekend, Libyan stakeholders initialed a critical new political agreement aimed at resolving the country's political crisis and ending its violence. UN Libya envoy Bernardino Leon applauded the efforts as a move in the right direction.
Through this text, you are laying the foundation for a modern democratic state based on the principles of inclusion, the rule of law, separation of powers, and respect for human rights.
The agreement is just the first step in what will be a long road to political reconciliation. Not all parties were present at the agreement's signing. New government institutions will have to be built from scratch, and the violence in Libya's east continues unabated. Last week alone, at least 10 deaths were reported among civilians in the city of Benghazi. At a critical moment in what the United Nations has dubbed a year for global action, the third international conference on financing for development kicked off on Monday in Addis Ababa with calls to ensure the necessary resources to improve people's lives while protecting the planet.
This conference is a starting point for a new era of cooperation and global partnership. Countries are responsible for their own economic and social development, but national efforts need to be supported by an enabling international economic environment. Let us put aside what divides us and overcome narrow self-interest in favor of working together for the common well-being of humanity.
The gathering brings together high-level government officials, financial institutions, the private sector, non-governmental organizations, and civil society representatives.
We will push for trillions of dollars to give billions of people an equal chance. We're part of a growing global movement that is the first generation in humankind that can end extreme poverty.
For Mr. Ban, a successful outcome at the conference is crucial to securing an ambitious post-2015 development agenda in September and a comprehensive agreement on climate change in Paris in December. The outcome document is expected to be adopted on Thursday, July 15th.